Alright, this week's Nuggets of Knowledge, stage 5, I believe it was, from the Dry Creek matches last weekend. Several options, go through, watch what I did with my mistakes, and let's learn. Here we go how I did. Got the GM make ready going on here. You know, it takes a little time. First stage of the day, I was first shooter. I just wanted to get a good picture of what I needed to accomplish in the first position.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Yes, Michael showing a finger right there saying you got one round off a little too early. All right, first position here. Take the long target here. I left, take the back. I shot the zebra going across here like this, mainly to get my round count where I wanted. So after I shot this first position, I can do the reload and get the rest of the stage with some extra rounds left in the mag. So I decided to shoot this inside out. I decided to start moving on these last two targets and try to shoot out of position. This target right here was a little smaller than it looks from the camera because with the barrels right there, it was basically like shooting a tux with a no shoot in the middle. So I come across this thing here, get my mind set. I didn't want to be too aggressive. Again, first stage of the day, wanted to get some points. Some things I will talk about here though, once we get going, is how the order I shot some of these targets and the aggression on movement.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Took the zebra there, steel, come right across, respected this target here because I needed to. Okay, started moving relatively early. I started to move on the transition from this target here to this one. Also, if you notice, most people shoot these always going top or bottom to top. I don't always do that. I pick and choose the reason I shoot target arrays. So I want the inside one rather conservative, picked up some speed. These two targets right here are on the same sight plane. So I just shifted my eyes. Instead of driving to drive my eyes down and come back up, I just drifted my eyes straight across and took them rather aggressively coming across. Got some good steps here. Now, look where my feet end up, giving me a good angle into the next position. I got away from the wall, so I didn't have the wall in the way doing my reload. Push off with the fault line like I had planned. Come into this next position nice and soft because it comes into a mini popper. The little delay you saw here was the inside target here, which you can't see, is a partial. Then I had a full target. I didn't want to shoot the full on the transition and then take the partial on the move out. It was closer to the 180, and I just didn't like the way the target presented. So I went from the popper straight over to the far target and hit the full target on the step out of position. And you can see I lift my feet a little bit higher here. First target, lift, what I call a lift it up in the air to give myself an opportunity to shoot that target smoothly. If I don't lift the foot up, I need to get those rounds off a bit quicker. So by lifting the knee a little higher, I can give myself a little more time to break those shots and actually aiming at accurate hits. Now I come around the corner, good muzzle control. I'm being very cognizant and really being aware of not breaking the 180. I come in, my brake foot was a little far out, and that's what hurt me. I got my foot down. I start to lift my foot up off the ground, and you can't tell from the video if I was off far enough. I don't think I was in the first shot. I think the first shot I was actually foot fault. Michael gave me the appropriate penalty. Come through here, post up, good transition. Again, watch the transition here. Head moves first, guns right behind it, snap. Two good careful shots at distance. Getting those alphas, snap. Again, eyes first, then the gun. I totally intended on shooting the steel first. I didn't. My gun swung straight to the swinger, so instead of moving it and fighting it, I just shot the swinger, and then I jammed over to the popper. go through this again real quick and look at some movement. Okay, toes are opening up to the swing I was at this time. I shoot this right here. I'm at the end of that swing, and when I transition here, I start creating space with my feet. Still pointing, I still have target foot, pointing towards target, still have target foot. As soon as I get that second target, I'm opening my hips for the transition to flow to the next position. There we go. Into position, you can see me dropping my weight into my heels, really soft knees into position to get that popper on the rise up. I do transfer my position, go to target feet here, start walking out of, basically trying to leave the shooting area while I'm shooting. I come into position, and again, I should have had my brake foot right next to the board, and I didn't. And that's what caused me the foot fault, because I couldn't get my foot up quick enough with the wide stance. My bad, work better next time. Make the adjustment to get the feet the way I want them, to transition across this back array, and I just held my ground and shot the rest by pivoting at the torso. Hope that helps you out.